between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Seattle.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go, here we go. Big Lion.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He'll drop to throw. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 29, Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. They find some open field here. Oh, look at the touchdown Jets. Denzel Mims, 58 yards. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught right side by Mims. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. These two teams all tied after one.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. The slot man in motion right. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd and goal. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall,
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
and the Jets have moved out in front.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long.
Hey, pass. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Brought down around the 16 or 17, showing some tough running there. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Past the 20. And all the way in
touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 83 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like Hall has it knocked loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first down, right back to Hall. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Back to the ground with Hall. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Hit and dropped behind the line by Shelby Harris.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go.
They go play action now. Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Play action. Now Wilson. That is caught by Mims. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Okay, great.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
44 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard fight.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
And when you're thinking about your opening drive in the 3rd quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, I'm just sitting back in my chair. Let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
In motion left is Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Al Woods, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this ball's going to be touched out just shy of midfield. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38, Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
64 yards on the ground for him so far.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
From the 31, Wilson.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here on the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Come on, set.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Wilson. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
19,
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Mustang 19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
39 Broncos.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Check contact. Check contact.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll look to throw here. And Walker with it over the middle. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw here. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Head the street. Head the street.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to 1 final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.